Hope bigger than a hell rain. Looks like you heard on the decks. Glover hold the court and give the chief no suspect. Politics in the mix, like double Stewart Rich. Spinning tales from Black Wall Street, real life's the pitch. Doni Glover Show, be more news. 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 Business tips hotter than lava. Got that Midas touch. Stocks and blocks teaching youngins how to clutch. Ears to the concrete, finger on the pulse. Dropping wisdom like Homer, each word a joke. Doni Glover Show, be more news. 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 Walls painted black, history on lock. Blast off from Tulsa, rebirth like a clock. Markets rising from ashes to days. Doni the narrator, truth runs in veins. Doni Glover Show, be more news. 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 Business tips hotter than lava. Got that Midas touch. Stocks and blocks teaching youngins how to clutch. Ears to the concrete, finger on the pulse. Dropping wisdom like Homer, each word a joke. Doni Glover Show, be more news. 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 Walls painted black, history on lock. Blast off from Tulsa, rebirth like a clock. Markets rising from ashes to days. Doni the narrator, truth runs in veins. Doni Glover Show, be more news. 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 Be news.
On this last Sunday evening in November 2025, as we all prepare to close out 1 year with a December that is prayerfully loaded with good vibes, good people, good food, good times, this crew would like to take a moment and acknowledge our audience. Ladies and gentlemen, each and every one of you is appreciated because everybody brings something to the table. And if they don't, it's the audience who determines if a person comes or goes. When this show first started, I have to be honest with you. I had to ask myself if I was qualified to host such a topic, especially given the highly revered hosts who already discuss it. Mind you, learning about indigeneity has been a lifelong interest, but you have some real scholars out here. So that's when I considered what I actually bring to the table. I hope chief among those qualities is the ability to bring people to the table. I do that in business already, same here in Sandtown, our beloved West Baltimore community, with a long, strong legacy of empowering melanated people. All is to say thank you. Thank you, everybody, for watching and supporting this show. We are not beggars. We do not come here with our hand out asking for anything except respect. Honestly, beyond our indigenous research, including the deeds, the mound pyramids, and the spirit of our ancestors, let alone the great spirit, this show demonstrates that melanated brothers from across the country can work together for a common good. We can work together. We show you every single show. If you see nothing else, you see black men working together. Melanated men. I apologize. Forget we don't like black. So I can't speak for others, but this broadcast is very special to me. It has taken on a life of its own, and that comes from a deep persistence that exists within our culture, a determination that will not be denied. This is a force blessed by the ancestors and now placed upon the shoulders of the youth who are not taking any shorts. And without further ado, I bring to you the point guard for the evening.
Oh, man. Peace, man. How you feeling, Mr. Donnie?
Feeling great, brother. How are you?
All is well.
We got Herbert Liggins. This cat has been pushing me to run for mayor for at least 5 years now. But amen, Herbert. I hope you had a powerful day praising the Lord. I know you're a church guy. He sent me to church one time, all the way out east, all the way out your way. They're my main man from Chicago, Sandtown.
Peace, my brothers. Peace. How y'all doing?
Peace to the God. All is
There's
well.
another soldier from Detroit.
What up, though?
Peace, man.
Hey, what up, though, y'all?
What up?
All is well, man.
And there go the planet.
Peace, man.
Peace. What up, though, planet? Well,
Peace, brother. Peace.
Hey, now.
Hey, what up, though, y'all?
All is well, man.
Run your point, Mafia.
Yeah. I came to bring up some photos that Hannibal shared with me, and I pulled up a video as well for Horse. Let's start with this one.
So the last
Where we
time
left off.
Yeah,
Yeah, from the last show.
Yeah. So from the last show, we had a discussion with chemtrails, and he started talking about Fort Mims, and this is a depiction of what supposedly happened down in Fort Mims when Red Sticks did what they did down there to secure or to protect their land, their homeland. So that's what's occurring here in this picture here.
And what was the name of the rebellion that he said?
Or he called it a Red Stick Rebellion.
Yeah.
So a Red Sticks is Upper Creek, so Upper Muskogees, the people that live more like where Coosa, Tallapoosa, Talladega, Sylacauga area, Central Alabama.
Just another one. I'm gonna pull this other one up.
So same thing, same principalities. These are the chiefs meeting. If you notice that their headdresses is kind of different than what you normally see in the movies. Those type of headdresses, in my research, is more like Iroquois or northern headdresses. So this is more like Gogi headdress here.
They the ones that go straight up.
Yeah, more like how Powhatan's headdress was, the more like that Algonquin's headdress.
Right.
So this is what divided the Creek or the Muskogee Nation. A lot of people don't know that the nation was divided. They only think that, well, it was a trail of tears and that the nation or the people that's in Oklahoma now represent the total component of the nation. But that's not the total truth, you know, that majority, not the majority, but some of them stay behind. A lot of them stayed behind because you had 18 counties full of creeks that stayed behind. And there was a lot of land allotments and a lot of documentation of this fact. So that's what I was trying to get across in the last show, just to summarize what happened on the last show.
Yeah, powerful piece.
Yes, sir.
Powerful piece. How you feeling, Planet?
Good. Everything's going good. How are you? You good?
All is well.
Excellent.
I'll bring up this other piece.
I need y'all to use y'all third eye. This is in Central Park, my nigga.
That's right.
Yeah.
Little quick, and that's what they call, that's an obelisk, right? That's what the name of it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Central Park, and we know what that Central Park was Seneca Village, a black village, a native village.
Mm-hmm.
And is there any way that connect to the Seneca Iroquois?
In my research, I believe that it was some rich guy in New York who financed and purchased an obelisk from Egypt and brought that here. I don't think there's no direct connection with the people from Senegal, from my knowledge. Do anybody else have anything else?
No, that was my understanding of it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that says everything. So what's going on with you, Horse? How you feeling?
I'm all right, bro.
Yes,
It,
sir.
couldn't be better, man. Just
Absolutely.
just sitting back, observing. But yeah, those obelisks, man, they got them all over the land in places where that we least expected. So now I'm almost starting to think that due to their ability to, be priests and things of that nature, that they put these particular things in certain locations that emanate certain powers and energies at those particular locations, like X marks the spot, because
Mm-hmm.
Right.
they haven't done any of their architecture just hey, let's put this there. No, they always just like how they got zones that they don't allow you to build certain things because of zoning. But how do they know
Right.
anything about those zoning if they're not doing sacred geometry? So yeah, because that also that obelisk is also is a symbol of the phallus too.
Right.
Yeah,
And
and
that's right.
it represents regeneration as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
think it was Planet. I think Planet has shared something in the chat. What was that about? I think it was the Creek Nation, or it was a Canadian, the Canadian Indians that was coming. That was talking about free the land and buy the land
Oh,
back.
yeah.
We talking
Yeah, I
about in
Mm-hmm.
thought
2017.
was that.
I don't
I
know
think
the
this was a
date on
more.
this
I think this.
more recent.
Yeah, this was a more recent video, but it was of the same thing. It's just like I could see the mirroring image of what we doing as a culture and as a people, and they doing the same thing with these Canadian Indians, and
Yeah,
so
they striving to get their land back, or land that they're associated with. But I just thought it was a good you know for information about
absolutely.
how broad this thing is. And you know um my mother always said that two heads are better than one, even if one is a dumb head.
Right,
So,
I understand.
no, I'm not saying that they're dumb or anything, but I'm just saying that one can glean, information that it could be used
It's
or could be
valuable.
valuable. Yeah. Mhm.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But the only unfortunate part about that is that they're still in the mindset that they are us,
Mhm.
and that we are nobody.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's the one of the barriers that we got to face. But that all comes with the education part that we've been talking about, informing and educating people on facts in the past. Because like in that conversation we had with the guy Horace, he
Mm.
didn't understand the history. When I asked him certain questions, he couldn't answer to me what happened in the past concerning the nation, but he was boastful and prideful about being Muskogee, but he didn't know what it is to be Muskogee. You get what I mean? So
Claiming something, yeah.
yeah, but as he Googled or as he was ruffling through his knowledge, he found out, hey, you guys killed these half breeds or these Choctaw Chickasaw half breeds in this fort. So that let me know that he's reading a lot because the Choctaws and Chickasaws was observers, and they was observing what Andrew Jackson and the Cherokee and the white sticks or the mixed Scottish Creeks were doing to the creeks in the upper creeks, the red sticks. So we was fighting Cherokee mixed bloods. We was fighting the Americans. Then we was fighting these lower creeks as well, our own people. So this is what happened here. And this is what I was trying to get everyone to see. And especially if you got roots in the South, this affects you guys as well. Anybody of us that got roots, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, South Carolina, this affects you too. If you was there prior to emancipation, this war affects you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. That's the information that we need. This is the type of knowledge that we need as a people to understand what occurred in the past, because we got a romanticized, fantasized version of what occurred. You get what I mean?
Right.
We got the conqueror's opinions, and then we got other opinions, but then it's the truths when in books and first-hand knowledge and first visions when people was documenting these facts. So you can summate your own resolve or your own understanding by reading and gaining knowledge,
Absolutely.
I think that that if a person goes into the metaphysics of what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught, then they can get the answers to a lot of stuff. Because if you go into the theory, the Yakub theory, well, if you had a planet, that was, once all melanated, and then, we got these other people that were forced to walk barefoot over to the Sahara Desert and forced into the, the decays and hills of Europe, and then the rest of the planet was still melanated. I think that our timelines, can become a little distorted because we've only been here. We haven't been here a whole century yet. So when we're dealing with people who are our people that are ageless and timeless people, so these timelines that these wars are taking place within the last 400 or 500 years is like a drop of water in the ocean.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, what it all boils down to, that we the original organic people of the planet. And so like I heard the one sister saying, like they say, oh, you got some white in you, or you got something else in you. It's impossible for us to have that in us when we are the original people. In other words, it can't be grafted into us. It comes from us. See what I'm saying? So it's already in us regardless, man, all the way down, to the chocolate, to the albino, to the mongoloid, to what have you. Yeah.
Right. And that's what I heard. I heard in a video, somebody was saying that we don't own the land owns us.
That's a powerful statement.
Yeah,
like
so
being a good steward to the land.
We are the land.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we are the land. We the trees, man. Like I tell people that we the same color as the trees, green and brown. If you study Noble Drew Ali said, what were the original color of Adam, and green. It's olive green. So that's our original colors, and we morphed into the brown, but we still have that green aura. What they don't tell us. So we still the same color as the trees, regardless of any of that stuff, man. Yeah.
Well, that's some deep wisdom there. You got to be a deep thinker to understand that. That in order to be on this planet, you got to have the elements of this planet, basically.
Got to.
Us as humans, we got all the elements of this planet and the universe, basically. Even
I ain't never been green. I got to step in on this one. I've been brown. I'd be black.
Yeah.
But green, green, black.
Yeah,
man.
green is the same when you eat greens, string beans.
I eat greens. I love greens, but I ain't green.
But that's why Osiris in them on them Egyptian pictures.
That's why Osiris is called a green one, but not green.
Why they call them green? I ain't never heard that in my life.
So you think about green?
Are you green?
I'm all colors, my brother.
You brown, bro.
Yes, you think about a green horn. Not
I ain't thinking about nothing green. I'm brown. You got me on that one.
Down Productions.
Yeah, but those are original hues.
How
when
you
it comes
know?
to, well, I'm saying though, it's obvious if you do the physics and the evolution of us evolving, from species throughout the aeons, because green is one of the original hues when it's broken down to the vibrations of electricity. That's why, it's important for us to eat greens all the time, because greens contain electricity. And electricity is another form of carbon or fire, which is our melanin, because the color of your skin, or what you call melanin, is only the crystallized form of fire. So, we're a special kind of people, man, in these meat suits. We're special people in these meat suits, brother. Yeah, man. But green is one of our original hues, man. Osiris ain't green for nothing.
Absolutely.
I don't know about that, cousin. I'm at the ponder that. But I got something for you similar. I got something for you. I got a couple of clips. Can I share my clips now? Just to show intelligence. Indigenous. Planet, how you been? You been quiet?
I'm good. Yeah. Just chilling.
Planet just had a birthday. He a year younger, man. He laid back.
Yeah, you know the one.
Yeah, that, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my daughter. She turned 17 today too.
Oh
yeah.
Beautiful.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthright. Happy birthright. Happy
Absolute.
birthright.
I say gratitude.
I gotta close some of these windows.
Yeah, Horse, that was another powerful piece that you shared from, what was it, the oral science?
What you talking about? What I shared today?
Yeah.
Oh no, that was
that
from the Book of Knowledge, the Keys of Enoch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's some deep wisdom too.
Yeah.
Now shout out to Horace, man. Horace got the greatest library I done came across thus far. This man got books.
Yeah.
If you need
No, that's
sources
right.
and cite sources, if you're looking for some study material, Horace will point you in the right direction. Absolutely.
Yeah, man, that was my drug of choice.
Yeah, I hear you.
You've seen this before, but we're gonna share it nonetheless. It seems similar.
Mm-hmm.
I had to share that with you. I got a couple of more.
Yeah, that's love.
All day I run across these clips and can't wait to bring them to share with you.
I'm with Planet Whales, man. Can you imagine what it was like, man? 1,000, 2,000 years ago. 10,000 years. We've always been a highly advanced and civilized people.
Right.
That pyramids you had, Donnie, in what's that down there in South America, man? The temple pyramids that sit up in the mountains. Is it Peru? Yeah, I think it is Peru. Yeah.
Machu Picchu?
No, you know what? It might be. It might be.
Machu Picchu. That's
Peru, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine what it was like to be there,
right,
at that particular time, man, and then be connected to the ancestors, the spirit realm, nature, your brothers and sisters and the elements, man, and man, can you imagine, man? The weather is beautiful, and you that high at an altitude, man, in those temples like that, man. There had to be
Correct.
something else, man, to live like that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you were talking about skin tone and complexion. Here's something for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Krishna is black.
Krishna is black. It means black one, right?
Black. That literally means Krishna means black.
It means save me, black.
The black one.
Yo, save me, the black one. So Hare Krishna means save me, black. Yo, black. Save me, black. Yo, black. Save me.
Oh, black man. Like,
Oh my God.
Krishna is like literally.
Yo, we get it from the source right here. Vishnu has said it. The Hare Krishna means save me, black man.
Black one. Oh, black one. Like,
Black one. Oh, hell no.
for Hindus, Krishna is black.
Krishna is black. It means black
What do you
one.
think of
right?
that?
That literally means Krishna means black.
It means-
Man, yeah, that's
I looked it up. Krishna means black.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
Did
we
you
know
know that?
all of the deities represent the black when we deal with the whitewashing process. So we understand that, but a lot of times we don't take credit, or we don't receive what we saying unless it comes from one of them to say it.
You're
To validate it.
gonna like this one. This is a classic here.
Please, sir, this book holds the truth. It can guide your people.
Take your false gods.
good.
This land.
Please, sir, this book holds the truth. It can guide your people.
Take your false gods.
Hey, man, send
Slap him.
you gotta send me that, man. Send me that link.
You like that?
Yeah, I love that, man.
Let's see the punch. He should have had an overhand right.
Your people.
Take your false gods.
That's one of them hits you used to get in school when you wasn't listening.
Yeah, I'm with Donnie though, man. He should have hit him with a straight jab.
Right.
Yeah, he should come with an overhand right. Can you see the chat where
Peace,
you are,
family. Peace, family.
Horace? Can you see the chat where you are?
Well, I see what you putting up on the screen, but in the regular chat, I don't see
Let
anything.
Let me email it to you. I like to get stuff done because once I forget about it, we on to the next one. What's your email, Horace?
ADL Davis 19 at gmail.com. Yeah, that was powerful right there.
Yeah, I know you feel that. That had that energy, like you say, get off of Turtle Island. That had that type of energy.
Yeah, because just imagine, man, where we would, even if they would have just left us alone, man, when we were flourishing. I remember in Chicago when I was little, that you can get off the expressway on 79th Street, headed east, and there were a number of black businesses, all on both sides of the street. You could smell the cakes and the pies and the biscuits and everything, man, along that whole 79th Street, man. And because my grandmother and them had the cleaners. My grandmother and grandfather, they owned the cleaners on the west side because he was the tailor and she was a seamstress. So we were man doing damn good, man, before the event of integration.
Absolutely. Even if you look at certain time periods, like if we look at the time of Tulsa, Oklahoma, that was the same time as the Harlem Renaissance. It was the same time as the Great Depression. So
we was good.
It's different economic statuses that's going on around the same time, according to who's telling the story and what information you're receiving.
So I don't know if you guys ever check out Black Enterprise. I grew up watching it, reading it as a kid. My dad that was one magazine he would always have in his office. But this is a story that's straight out of here, out of Maryland. Maryland sisters lead bold fight to reclaim ancestral land taken from their family. So for me, gentlemen, this is further proof that there's a great awakening underway. We're hearing these stories more and more. And Black Enterprise, Be More News is a beast. But I'd be a fool to sit up here and try to tell you that we can even touch the legacy of a Black Enterprise. We're digital babies. We were born in 2002. Black Enterprise has been around, what, 50, 60 years? Out of Chicago, Earl Graves built a monumental Black media outlet, and we're very proud of them. But this story, straight out of Maryland, Maryland sisters lead bold fight to reclaim ancestral land taken from their family. I'm just glad to know that more and more people are paying attention and claiming their land. That's what you always talk about, Hannibal.
That's correct. You know, it's good to see that it's not just in one place in the country. It's north and south. So it's like you said, a grand awakening that's occurring. That's a good feeling.
And man, it's I think that them trying to bring COVID on the scene, you know, to get rid of us, because I remember watching a clip of Bill Gates and his, at that particular time, wife was saying how Blacks and Native Americans need to run and go get the vaccine with that little cruddy smirk on their faces when they were saying it, man. But I think that they knew that this awakening was coming. And a lot of the ancestors, you know, that left this realm due to that, they had a greater connection and as well as more of a history that they could have told us at this particular time had they still been here.
Maybe they gave us everything we need.
I don't eliminate that possibility either. Yeah.
I got a couple more clips for you. This is
there's a reason why they don't teach you history before slavery, right? Because if you start looking at history before slavery, you realize what was going on. During the 1300s, Africa was thriving. What was going on in Europe during the 1300s? They had the bubonic plague. There's a reason why they don't teach you.
Just little snippets of our history, little clips I run across on a daily basis that I gotta share with you on our show and tell segment. I'm just give you this one last one. This last one. Oh, you're gonna like this one. You're gonna like this one. You are going. This is the one. Now let's get him out of there. I found this to be the most fascinating. Now we get him out of there. There we go. Thank you for your patience. Bam! No, that ain't the one.
Admit, Samuel Hinckley was an indentured slave servant. He was a French Huguenot Protestant who indentured himself to escape Catholic persecution in France. He was one of the people who was counted 3/5 of, for purposes of apportioning representatives in Congress under Article 1. But he had 7 descendants who were presidents of the United States, 1 who was vice president, several who were governors of the United States, and most recently, one of his descendants through the maternal side, Barack Obama, was a presidential candidate running against John McCain, who wasn't a relative. But John McCain's running mate, Sarah Palin, was a descendant of Samuel Hinckley and a cousin of Barack Obama. Just think about that. When he ran against McCain, he was running against one of his cousins. Dick Cheney was a cousin and a descendant of Samuel Hinckley. Both Bushes were cousins of Barack Obama because Obama's maternal grandfather was George Herbert Walker Bush's first cousin. George Herbert Walker, who founded Halliburton, which was caught up in that whole justification for weapons of mass destruction, justifying the U.S. to invade Iraq. That was a descendant of Samuel Hinckley. So all of these people are family members. And perhaps Barack was just a freak in the family. Brad Pitt's a relative too, and so was Warren Buffett. So is Warren Buffett. So they're all cousins. Look at the family connections. I talked about that briefly before.
How many of y'all knew that?
Not, I didn't know that those particular people were
Yeah, I didn't know
related,
the
but I knew
specifics.
that all
Barack
of them
is 10th cousin to Sarah Palin.
Yeah, well, I mean, Barack Obama and Donald Trump are cousins, as well as George Bush.
It's like legacy.
All of them can, yeah.
And that's the difference. And what we are establishing is the family structure. They have a family structure that pursues power and dominance over the rest of the family.
So, and that's that particular crypto bloodline that we have been talking about all along. There were always the mastermind connivers behind a lot of the confusion that was going on over there in Europe, and then they brought it over here, and they've been, living swell off of the people's misery for the last 400 years.
Yeah, that's the same ideology that's being pushed, like in that, what's that, 48 Laws of Power? Like when the expulsion of the Huguenots out of France. That's how you get the courtiers and how they was courting the system. So that's where that come from. And then Huguenots came to like South Carolina with their ideologies. The Spanish had it at one time, then the British took over. So you see why why we don't know how to navigate this system, because we have several different nations in control. You get what I mean?
Yeah. And go ahead, Mafia.
No, I was just asking, how does that connect to like the House of Stuarts or the House of Burgesses?
The House of Stuarts, that's like the Tudors, and that still do with Mary, Queen of Scots, and that's a deeper look. Well, it goes back with like how Obama is. You get what I mean? It's family.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like legacy and a continual legacy throughout the eons, I guess. You get what I mean? This is nothing new. We're looking at the 48 or the presidents that are related. You got to look at the empires. I think I think we was getting fed it with the Three Musketeers, I believe. How them three countries over there were all like brothers at one time, like Russia, England. I think there's one more. I forgot the other one. But that's what the Three Musketeers was basically about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the author of the Three Musketeers was a Black Frenchman. But what I was gonna say, in regards to that particular bloodline, is that they were intelligent enough to confuse us, but the Moors or those crypto Jews were smart enough to put the pale Jews as the center of attention to keep the spotlight off of them. See what I'm saying? So the pale Jews, they only follow the orders of the Black Jews, who really controlling it in that particular bloodline. That's over here and over there and all this other stuff. Yeah, man, it's a cold game to play. That's how come Mafia. I keep on pushing. Read those protocols of the wise men of Zion. You can't go wrong when you read those. Yeah.
Yeah, because that give you the type of insight like a Judge Joe Brown, who is valuable because he's been in the system. He just sat on them benches and he know the UCC codes. He know the statutes at law.
Mm-hmm.
So these things are important for the common people to gain a perspective of what we're dealing with and how to operate in
Right.
this legalese, lawful type of confusion.
Okay, that's what it is. It's a bunch of mess, a bunch of confusion, a ball of confusion, like the Temptation said. You know?
Yeah, man. It's intricate, man, how they got it, man. And their greatest weapon is the ability to kill you. And besides that, is to keep you fearful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the first tactic. I think that's to instill fear in anybody, because you won't fight when you're scared.
Yeah,
you get what I mean?
Yeah. I watched the police some years ago. As a drunk Puerto Rican guy in Chicago, man, slim dude. He couldn't have weighed no more than 150. He was a little bubbly. It took like 5 police officers to get this one dude down. And I was saying to myself, the only reason why they got him down is 1, because he was intoxicated, and then 2, because somewhere mid-fight he gave up out of fear of what had happened if he give it his all to beat those culprits at that particular time. So that's where a lot of the wars are lost at, even if they don't have to be wars on the battlefield, but just the police can't handle the soldiers can't handle the people, but the people are fearful that if they give it their all, then their punishment is going to be greater. But those people are no different from us, man. They just following orders, people that they don't even know who they follow or why they're doing what they're doing, man. That's the thing about it, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. Even when it comes down to the religious aspect, like I think we had to see that when we speaking about these French Huguenots, that they had a religious base that was behind them. When we talk about the English or the British, they had religious bases that empowered them in these times, which was the military tool.
But you got to think about the crown. The crown. You got the crown or England or whatever. The church or the religious part was the Catholicism. You know what I'm saying? And then you think about Catholicism in the ancient world with the Romans. You start thinking about the Knights Templar and stuff like that. You get what I mean? So you and even here. Even now, this is still the power of the world. Like Wells was explaining, like what was the purpose? You get what I mean? What it's a religious purpose that drew people to do certain barbaric acts. You know what I'm saying? Believing that they was doing the will of the Most High. That's how you move people, by thinking they're doing God's will. So I think that we have to look at it as a historical narrative. A lot of us don't believe in certain things, or this didn't happen in the past. That didn't happen in the past. Just look at what these folks believe in and what they said happened in the past, and make your opinion thus. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
From their thinking, from their mindset, not our personal mindset of what we believe we should be believing. You know what I mean? That's easy to do. That's just saying, oh man, I would have did this in that situation. The hell with that. How you know what you would have did in that situation? Hindsight is always 20/20, or when you ain't involved in it. You know what I mean? It's like you see why people gave up, not gave up. What was the submission? Why they submitted? Why what made them conquered? It wasn't just what we see on TV. It was much deeper. Think how big this country is. Look how vast and far this country is. How powerful do you actually have to be to force your will across this nation? Get what I mean? It's not no simplistic thing like we're gonna get together and we're gonna conquer this thing. It takes power and logistics to move ideologies that far. You get what I mean?
taking an in-depth knowledge of the sciences. And I just want to touch upon the Catholic thing. Well, even though they was putting the patriarchy out here as if that most high deity, was male, they were always dealing with the matriarch. Because first of all, they used the Black Madonna child as an underlying principle, but even further than that, they were worshiping Bast all along.
Right, but that's the way. That was the way, like with the million matriarch mark that you promote. That was the way to take the matriarchs away from the land.
Yeah,
we
they
had to turn this into
all along worshiping matriarch, because I mean, Catholic is nothing but catholic, and so they're dealing with Bast, the Egyptian cat goddess of Egypt, as well as Sekhmet. So that's what they were worshiping all along, was the cat goddesses of Egypt.
That's powerful. So how does that tie into the energetic field, like how we talk about the ley lines or energy portals or the pyramids? How does that connect to us today, and how can we go about that?
Well, I mean, we, due to the fact that we're organic to the land, and like how me and Wells are saying, that we are the trees, man. We are the oceans, we the waters. Everything, like in the beginning when I first came here, and I was saying that we all have organs that are identical to other things that's in nature, under the ocean, in rivers, in trees, and plants. I mean, you can take one of our organs out and find the same identical thing 6 miles down inside of the Caspian Sea. But we're connected to these things. That's why Elijah Muhammad said we the cream of the planet Earth.
Right.
And the cream is the fermented elements that rise to the top. And then here we standing at the top of all of the elements, which means that we are that. But they know how to twist it up and use our consent to use our own energies against us, which is their way of getting out of a karmic debt that they have to pay.
I think it's more, I think like certain thoughts mess with your brain waves, and them that's your energy field, your theta, and them type of, I think it's like 5 types of brain waves, and certain foods and certain thoughts and certain alcohols and certain things you delve into trigger those waves. That's why like Planet was saying, in order to control these waves that's naturally within us, like you say, the ley lines, it's nothing but energy around us, like the air. It's nothing but, within the air, you can move as energy. You get what I mean? You can move the air, you can move the energy. So if you got these negative things with your food, the environment you in, the people you in, these things is going to affect you. You know what I'm saying? The control lies within the person, I believe. You get what I mean?
It is. I mean, you're absolutely correct. But we still are everything that we see in the universe as well as on the planet.
I agree. That. Yeah, when you said like with the organs in the body, it's certain foods, like the inside of a tomato look like certain organs in your body. The insides of certain fruits and vegetables represent certain organs that helps these things. You get what I mean? So I think that's the knowledge. It's all education. It goes back to education. It goes back to analyzing and really stepping back and thinking, and really comparative analysis is the best way, to think about it. Why these things are so, or if it's a bad thing, how can I make these things go away, or how can I make myself better in this situation? You get what I mean?
Well, see, that thing I sent y'all earlier from the Keys to Enoch, because see, like Mafia had touched upon one part of time, these beings that came here that's referred to in the Bible as the sons of God. And so now we go back to the Enlil and Enki. We go back to these different stories that's telling us that there are people who are on this planet, or things that look like people that are here that don't want the playing field to be leveled, because they have some type of complex of inferiority to where it's that, you know, if it's 2 billionaires, then they feel worthless. So 1 billionaire is enough for them and for everybody else to be peasants, you know, searching for crumbs from their master's table. But
can I just jump in for a second?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure where we're going here. Now, Hannibal, did I hear you say that the organs in the body resemble a tomato?
Yeah, like if you cut the inside of certain fruits and vegetables, they resemble certain parts and certain organs in the body.
Absolutely. They give the carrots, like if you carrots are for your eyes. If you cut the carrot open, you can see
the iris
your
of
eye,
the eye.
the iris of the eye. Exactly. So the fruits and vegetables are for the organs of the body. That's why they say be fruitful of the land. That's why they control agriculture, why they control the elements of nature to deprive that from us as a source.
Now, are you talking about aliens?
Well, I mean, if that's what you're going to call them, I mean, you know, yeah.
I mean, the term aliens is a tricky term, right?
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Yeah,
No, it ain't.
well,
They was even born at the hospital over there where all of us came from, with a mother and a father. Or you telling me something else? Hold up.
In other words,
it's like Star Trek now.
In other words, where's a alien from? Right?
They ain't from here.
So if we logically think, we would say, well, it probably comes from another planet, right? But we're on a planet. Yeah. So in a certain sense, alien is only related to your location. Right? So anywhere else, anywhere else in the universe, you would be an alien.
I got you, but I ain't going over there and messing with them.
Well, see, we always had direct communications and links, you know, to, you know, these different beings from other star systems and galaxies.
All right,
you know,
so I'm gonna pose the question: any of y'all ever seen an alien?
Well, like I had to go back to what Hannibal said. I mean, to what the elder just said about it depends on your definition of what an alien is. Now, if you're talking about somebody from another star system, yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, I can't deny that I haven't.
I've seen the ships.
I've seen that too. Yeah. But then we also, we also have to, utilize the words terrestrial as well as extraterrestrial too when we, trying to peak the conversation in regards to what we.
Okay, so y'all want to be all difficult. The aliens, obviously, they got women, they got ladies. Would you take this alien lady on a date?
Negative, Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Now we are on the same page. Would you procreate with this alien?
I'm good, bro.
I'm good.
But that's what took place when the Nephilim came here.
What happened to him? He had some of that alien stuff, boy.
Yeah, when the Nephilim came here, they procreated with some of the sisters that was already here, and that's how we got these a lot of these beings that look like us, that have different spirits in them now.
Say giants, right?
When you look at the petroglyphs, you can see that we've been interacting with the so-called aliens for ever since we've been here.
Yeah. I mean the Doggone tribe. They're prime example. The Hindus are prime example. The Aztecs are prime example. Kemet in Africa is a prime example as well.
The Chitahuri in Zimbabwe, all that, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think they just changed the terminology and how we describe these things, because if we're looking at something that's alienated, interracial ship is alienated.
Right. Right.
You know, so that's going too deep, and you touching on something that's real because people feel a type of way about their interracial relationships, but this is what we're dealing with.
When they outlawed Aboriginal medicines, a lot of the times that those rituals regarded those medicines would get your consciousness to the point where you could accept interactions and communications with aliens or people from another planet or people from inside this planet. Because
I knew this girl. I thought she was an alien.
we talk from generalities, but we haven't discovered by any means what this planet has to offer. We know more about space than we know about our ocean here, and that's the truth. There are areas on this planet no human has been.
Yeah, I mean, you sound like me. Well, telling somebody that they know more about God than they know about themselves.
You're right. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once their cloak be removed, they be horribly ugly. I met somebody once their cloak was removed, they was horribly ugly.
So what? It was a comment made by I think Lyndale Jefferson. He said something about I think one of the walnuts looking like the brain.
Yeah,
and this corresponds with the health of the brain. That's what I was trying to get at. These fruits and the vegetables do help these certain things. I think it's God's language to us to tell you, or to tell us what to help what ailments or what's ailing us. Like we say, our ancestors knew what to eat and what combinations of herbs to put together to heal and to do certain things. And I think we know these certain things as well. We just
forget.
Yeah, and we don't practice it because yeah. I was saying we don't practice it either.
Right.
Yeah, because we too busy running to the hospitals. Also, Capera, the Egyptian beetle of regeneration, is also associated with the brain and looks just like the brain.
And it's good for the blood in the brain. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
your diet should be changing as well, because your diet shouldn't be the same in the summer as it is in the winter, according to your biological makeup and your climate, your location where you at, and what foods is in that environment.
Well, I told you, Mafia, that Honorable Prophet Noble Jali said once the European goes back to Europe, the climate will return.
You're not going back to Europe. Why you keep saying that?
They are.
What make you think they're gonna leave?
They are. They're gonna leave. They're going to be forced to leave by supernatural interference. It's already written. We still we keep on thinking that because of this lifetime that we are living in, it's the end all be all. It's not, man. We're ageless people. These things have been we only gave them the information because we knew that we were going to go to sleep, and had we not given it to them and woke out of a slumber without being able to take it back from them, we'll still be asleep even further. So we were strategic enough to give them the information just to get it back from them once we start coming out of our slumber.
I think he's right about that cancer being mucus, and I think Dr. Sabi was trying to tell everybody that's how you got your pH has to be right, your alkalinity of your body has to be right, and that's by like using lemons and stuff like that. That gets your alkalinity right, So just saying that stuff like that heals you. That's like when you exercise, you put a lot of fruits and vegetables in your body to get that energy. For 30 days, I ate nothing but fruits and vegetables, no meat. And then for years, I felt wonderful. I was able to run 3 miles, 3 miles in 20 minutes.
Damn, 20 minutes? You're cold. Yeah, you're cold.
That's nothing. My best time running 3 miles when I was in the Marines, I was running 3 miles 18 minutes, 20 seconds. Something like that. And you have people You have people running like 4 minutes, 4 minutes, 30-second paces, something like 13 minutes.
And when the last time you ran that 3 miles in 20 minutes?
About 6 months ago.
Good God Almighty.
Yeah, I'll tell you, look, I'm 51, but I could do 50 push-ups. And that's a challenge to anybody. You know what I'm saying? They say 40 push-ups.
How many push-ups can you do, Donnie?
Shit, I ain't checked in a while.
But check this out. Check this information out for any man. 40 push-ups ward away a heart attack. Look it up. Look up the medical society or what they say about 40 push-ups in the male. You'll ward away a heart attack.
Donnie.
Donnie had asked me. He said, "Man, you work out?" Because I guess I was looking buff in my t-shirt. I said, "No, man, this comes from lifting Italian beef sandwiches."
There you go. Donnie, I do long distance swimming. But I do it in my bathtub.
Yeah.
No, I
got jokes. I want to know who's your favorite comedian. Who is the funniest person out there?
Out now or ever?
Yeah, I'm about to say
right now, today.
Right now.
Corey, hands down, Corey Holcomb.
Yeah,
that's your brother from Chicago. That's your brother from Chicago.
I wouldn't care if he was from Alabama. That dude funny.
He funny. He funny.
Yeah, he funny, man. And just ain't nobody touching him, man. Deion Cole's pretty smooth, but there'll never be another Bernie Mac, though.
I gotta say your boy Mike Epps, because he got a nice little following here. He got a nice comedy club here in Detroit. So I'll say Mike Epps because he went to Job Corps here.
Oh yeah, Mike Epps. Yeah, Mike Epps. Right.
Yeah, Martin. Yeah.
Yeah, but comedian wise, I gotta say Corey funny. That's my man. Then he used to go with my my right hand man, little sister. Back in the days, I remember her chasing him down the hallway. It was something about a cell phone, and I remember that, man. That was a long time ago. I think I was probably about 15, 16 years old.
Yeah, Corey been in the game for a while, right? He been doing comedy for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how long, but I think it's been over a decade. Yeah.
Lindell giving y'all love, brothers.
What up, though, Lindell? I appreciate that, Lindell.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
All right, we got 2 Bernie Macs.
Yeah, Bernie, coach, them Chicago boys, that Mississippi come.
That's all it is. Chicago ain't nothing but a Mississippi. But people in Mississippi call Chicago North Mississippi.
Right. And that's what, like Detroit, we Alabama.
Yeah.
Georgia.
Max, where you going? Get some milk and cook. He just said it again.
Right.
Where was Robin Harris from?
I don't know, man. But he was great too.
Wasn't he from Chicago?
Yeah.
Robin Harris was man.
Yeah, he was from Chicago.
He from Chicago?
Yeah, he was from Chicago. What's the other cat name? Robin something.
I got the name wrong.
He's talking
Baby
about
Kids. Who was Baby Kids? Yeah, Robin Harris.
Robin Harris.
Yeah, he from Chicago. We have a bunch of comedians come out of Chicago, man.
Yeah.
There was the other dude too. I can't ever think of his name. Robin something, man. The slim brown skinned dude. And he was he a lot of places, man. I ain't even gonna try to think his name. His name was Robin something, man. And y'all know who I'm talking about if I had a picture of him.
Yep. And then I know old boy from Detroit, Tommy Chung. That's
Tommy Chung.
Nice
He's funny too. Yeah, Tommy Chung
Tommy
is funny.
Chung.
Yeah, Tommy Chung is funny. But I'm gonna tell you who I miss, who was one of the greatest comedians, is George Carlin.
George Carlin.
Yeah.
He wasn't nothing to play with, man. That dude, that man.
Yeah,
y'all ain't mentioned Cat Williams.
Cat, my man.
What's more?
Yeah, I like that.
What's his name? Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart not funny to me.
Yeah, nah, I don't really like Kevin Hart.
Yeah, he's not funny to me.
Kevin Hart got $500 million. Kevin Hart bought that paper, get his life.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's
Wayne
I mean
too.
that's what
So when he
happened
got
when
his
you
head
got,
braiding that white man's head, I was like, come on, Chef.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
He's
happened when
that's
he
what
put that dress
pushing
on.
gambling in my community. It's like,
exactly.
come on, man. You got money. Why you pushing gambling on people who love you otherwise?
Yeah, you
Right.
put that dress on, you have $500,000 in your account too.
Whoa,
Right.
and then there's that. Big up. So on that note, you gotta give big ups to Dave Chappelle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's my man though.
yeah. Paul Mooney.
Yeah,
Paul Mooney calls
Dave
spades
Chappelle,
spades.
my man.
I mean, when I talk to myself, you know, I find that hilarious.
Yeah. No, that's a fact. If you
Yeah.
can't laugh at yourself, you can't make nobody else laugh.
Oh
There
man.
you go.
Yeah, you got that right. But yeah, Paul Mooney was the truth too, man.
Yeah, he was
But that
good.
movie, well, you know, Harlem Nights had the best comedy ensemble ever.
Richard
yeah.
Pryor.
Richard
Yeah.
Pryor, yeah.
Richard Pryor,
Richard
Harlem
Pryor,
Nights, Red Fox,
Red Fox,
Della Reese.
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Hey, man, that movie Harlem Nights, man, is a classic, man.
I say.
Right. Classic.
That's a classic, man.
I think Eddie do a lot of good movies. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He do a lot of good movies.
So I want to get back to that health thing. So and big ups to the comedy. But we were talking about health and the push-ups and you know, being able to handle your body weight, what we eat. Stress will kill you. Stress will kill you. Having a toxic person. I'm watching this one television series. What is it? Homeland. And there's this white lady in there, and she is so toxic. She on pills. She ain't got no love life. She miserable. And everything she touches toxic. She got a witness. She got a confidential informant killed. And it just reminded me of some people. So I'm just getting to the point of stress. I see cats, man, they otherwise healthy, and they get to being with the wrong person.
Well, some people you're not supposed to be around. Period.
And you see the triggers right there. You see the flags in the beginning. You just ignore it, right?
Yeah.
Red flags. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. You don't know about that mafia, do you?
Will Robinson.
There's a cartoon called Lost in Space. Y'all know Lost in Space?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They did a renewal of that, right? Not that long ago.
Yeah.
Danger,
They did
Will
a
Robinson.
remake.
Danger, danger.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, y'all.
A toxic person will steal your energy.
It's the vampire game.
Y'all ancestors.
If that's the case, I damn sure met an alien or two.
Our ancestors was wise when it came to the mating dynamic, because they had astrology to be the guide as to, you know, what planets and what houses are dealing with, you know, the people that they were trying to join together. Also, the animal spirit.
Yeah.
The animal spirit was very paramount in putting the right animal spirit with the right animal spirit. You don't put a giraffe with a crocodile. You put a crocodile with a crocodile, giraffe with a giraffe. So that's how they were moving. That's why those animal shamans, they're very powerful, man, and how they did things, and all of these things that we lost at the advent of the religious malarkey
overlay.
Took us away from everything that we had ever, you know, knew. Yeah, that's funny. I met a reptilian. Yeah,
Well, I think in the comments, Lindell is on to something when he said like beets and pomegranates, and then he got to talking about the blueberry, the cayennes, things that help that it looks like the blood. You get what I mean? The cherries and stuff like that. You know, you notice when you eat a lot of, you don't even have to eat a lot of beets. You start, your urine looks like the color of the beets because it's cleansing you. The cayenne pepper burns like things out of you, like, you know, peppers and stuff like that. That's what that does.
You see, those particular vegetables and fruits are all associated with the elements.
Right. But have you noticed
has fire in them? That's what the heat is.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
have you noticed that they all grow in the desert? Like desert environments, like a hot, really hot environment, like cayenne pepper or chilies and stuff. They be in, like in the desert.
I love habaneros. Habanero.
Yeah, I like ghost pepper, but like you know, lettuce, tomatoes. Those are elements of water.
My water.
You know,
right? But
when we dealing with the elements of earth, we have stuff like rye and corn and things of this nature. So, man, we always knew these things, but they took it away from us and say, "Here, man, come over here to this medical apartheid center and just let us amputate one of your body parts and then send you to dialysis until you call in that number." Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's my father. You know, my father went through that dialysis, sugar, what they used to, old folks used to call it sugar. You know, diabetes. My mom had sugar. My mom got her leg amputated. My dad got both his legs amputated. Both of them passed on. But that's why I take on a different perspective. I'm not the best at it, but I eat a little bit better than.
Did they eat hog maws and chitlins?
Oh yeah, of course. My parents, my mother's born in 1950. My father born in 1944. His father
Landon,
born.
You don't know nothing about them wrinkled steaks, do you?
Come on, man. Come on, Donnie.
They're a delicacy now in a lot of places, man. All goods is a delicacy.
Yeah.
The Koreans got a sign of chitterings.
Yeah, I retired 20 years ago.
There's some stinking shit there, boy.
That's what it is.
My mother go to clean them wrinkled steaks. I'll be gone all day, bro. You ain't got to worry about seeing me no more that salad.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely. She got that potato salad.
Absolutely.
Where do people get off putting raisins and carrots in potato salad? Who came up with that idea?
Not us.
I think it's not a bad idea in some coleslaws.
Yeah,
you know, in some coleslaws it's pretty good, but
not potato
salad. I've never heard of that one.
You know, you put sugar in your potato salad.
Sugar a little bit, yeah.
Maybe a pinch.
Yeah, I can go for a little.
You got sweet relish in it. You don't need no sugar. I ain't never heard that. I ain't never seen my mother.
Didn't think about that. Didn't think about the sweet relish. Yeah. I think about the sweet relish.
Y'all making up.
But no, you can't put sugar if you ain't got sweet relish.
Yeah, if you ain't got the relish, you're gonna put some sugar in it.
Yeah.
She told me she cleaned her collard greens in dishwashing liquid.
What?
I done heard that before.
Blew my mind.
I heard just
a dab. It wasn't like she was at the car wash.
Yeah, I used to go farming with my great grandmother. We go pick Kentucky Wonder pole beans, speckled butter beans.
Baby got you.
Yeah. Yeah, man, and I was lucky enough to have a great grandmother.
Yeah,
Mississippi man. That yeah, man, and you know, I forgot to tell y'all because I heard y'all talking about it. That's how my grandmother, great grandmother, and my auntie ended up in Chicago from Mississippi because they said that my Uncle James was trying to kick a mule to make him move, and so a white man came and told him, "You kick that mule again, nigga." And whatever he told him, so my Uncle Alonzo, wasn't playing that. So he went in the house and got a shotgun and made dude get on his knees and had that shotgun to the side of his head. And my great grandfather made him not kill him, and they sent him to the army. He came back on leave and gave my great grandmama some sugar. She said, "You got to go because they looking for you." Said it was mobbed up trying to find him, and he left Mississippi and came to Chicago. And they followed him up there. Besides my aunts and them, that went to Oakland and St. Louis. Yep.
My granddaddy had a similar story. That's why I had to leave South Carolina.
Right.
So that's why we think like we think, because of the blood of our ancestors that wasn't playing that then.
They were not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And they were not losing.
Yeah.
Right.
Quitting wasn't an option. Oh, that's powerful, man.
Then
So
she put
y'all
her
got
shillings in the washing machine.
She had to get the tube clean.
Well, you know, George Washington Carver, you know, used to talk to the plants. You know,
yeah,
and you know, we've lost that ability, that quality of language of nature, because as Horace was saying, that's what the body is, nature.
Right. And nature got a fail safe, right? Anybody remember that movie called The Happening, or so, I think it's something like that? And the humans was at a point where they corrupt the world, and the trees was letting off cyanide. Facts that the trees can actually do them things, like the earth got a fail safe to even get rid of us naturally. You get what I mean? Like
No,
we get it so much out of bounds. You get what I mean? That is really deep. You get what I mean?
See, that's what they understand about keeping us disconnected from the land too.
Right.
They know that, man. You know, they know once we connect to the land, and by them being at war with nature and we being the cream of nature, that's why Thomas Jefferson said that God doesn't have an attribute that will side with them in such a contest. So they know they will be fighting a losing battle. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it's serious, man. And we gonna get to the bag. And it's beautiful that in our age group, even you, Mafia, you will be considered an elder to the shorties. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they are going to be the ones who light the torch in its entirety, because they sucking all this up. Can't come and indoctrinate them or spank them into believable submission.
Right.
They still gonna go do research, man. So yeah, it's on the horizon, man, which is the beautiful thing about it, man.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
it's powerful. I'm used to being the young elder. Like, shout out the young elder. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
No. We all know
that's
what you're saying. You the OG, Slim. You the OG. What's up, OG? When you hit the corner, they gonna be like, "What's up, OG?"
Right.
How you gonna feel, Mafia?
Oh man, they I already get a couple unks, so I'm I'm used to I'm used to it by now. You know what I mean? I'm used to it.
Oh, they be calling you Unc already, man.
OG hit different.
Hey,
Say again?
Unc is on up there, man, with that, man. You know, oh yeah, Unc. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, you know, I got that salt, so you know, hey, yeah, man.
Yeah, that's a different level right there.
Yeah, you the OG.
Right.
Nah, man.
Shout out to you, Lindell.
All right.
Yeah, shout out to you too, God.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So come on with it, Planet. Let's get that meditation thing going, man.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do something a little different. Okay. Because I'm feeling that some of us are having a little difficulty with the stillness. So I'm gonna introduce something that
I thought you were gonna say we had a problem with them aliens. Okay.
Without no, we gonna get into that at a later date, Dottie. But
I ain't knowingly dating no aliens.
No, I wouldn't advise that for you, no, for sure. But so what we're gonna do, right? This is a test. We've never done this before. I'm gonna see if this little test here. Let's see what we got here. And here we go. All right. So this is a bowl, right?
Okay.
That has various elements in the bowl, such as silver, gold, brass. Might even have a little platinum in it. I'm not sure, but it's a very old bowl, But it's just a bowl, okay? But it brings a tone, right? So with the meditation, right? I want you just to concentrate on the sound of this bowl and take it in as deep as you can. It's simple. Okay, I mean we can that's all I want to say on the bowl right now. You know, later we could get into the bowl, whatever, but that's not what's important. It's the practice. All right. So let's try it.
Right.
So tell me, you know, if the levels don't work, let me know, Donnie. Everybody hear that?
I say.
Is it good?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna take our deep breath. Hold it. Blow it out. Let's do that one more time. Take it in. Let it out. Feel that ease in your body. Okay. Ashe.
I say.
Nah, man, keep going, man.
No,
I tell you.
now you want that Donnie something else.
I'm
It's
trying to
something
tell
else.
you, man. Shoot, boy,
Yeah,
that ain't.
I love sound bathing, man. That's a different type of healing process.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man,
so
and just what it does, man.
Did you just say sound bathing?
Yes,
yes, you
sir.
did.
You said.
But
You bathe
it takes me
yourself in
back
the
into the
sound.
memory. It
Yeah.
takes me back into the memory of how powerful, man, and spiritual our ancestors was, man.
I say. I say.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Did
that's
any
how we
colors
was.
come to your mind?
Any colors? Well, no, I was following that wave all the way down till it disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I'm like,
Yeah.
man, is this thing gonna stop ringing?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I was going back like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
powerful, man. Damn. See that,
Yeah,
man?
man.
Hey, we are people. Man, that's why I love our people, because we have never had one damn day of therapy,
Mm-hmm.
and we still try to find some way to still be sane, man, through the madness that we got to go outside and face every day, man. And without no therapy, but just imagine how powerful we'll be if we can get 100 years of therapy, man, at least 2 or 3 generations of therapy. That kind of therapy right there.
Yeah.
White people gonna have to get therapy too, because if we gotta continue to live around people who ain't got no healing, then we only right back at square one.
Well, I mean, you know, that takes me back to the 1 to 40. You know, can certain people be civilized? Emphatically, no.
Then I guess they get voted off the island.
I say.
It's a question of creating a spiritual force field to protect you, your stillness. Because if God forbid you would lose your arm, you could put your arm on a table. If you would lose your leg, you could do that. If your eyes were out of your head, you could put it on a table. But the one thing you can't put on the table is you. You can put parts of the body on the table, but you can't put you on the table. So you is that awareness that could see it on the table, right?
I got some wisdom for you, Planet. This got to do with raising your children.
Okay.
An ass whipping will save your life.
That's true.
And if you connect your top lip to your bottom lip, a person just might shut up.
Can.
And I want to
think
ask.
a lot of times, like with Donald Trump, if Donald Trump would have had my father for one night, he'd be a different man. Somebody should have whipped his ass.
You can't talk with your tongue on the roof of your mouth.
I want to ask Planet Wells. I heard you say you said the spiritual force field. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Is 357 considered a spiritual force field too?
Yeah, it is.
That's one of the
rod of life.
Make sure.
It's
the rod of life.
Yeah.
Or death.
I mean, I would if one is in that type of situation, I would cultivate both.
See, it could be preserving somebody's freedom. Somebody could be trying to take your freedom.
Because when you leave here, you won't be taken to 357, but you will be taken.
Man, I got to give me one of them, man.
Nah, them sound bowls is
man. I got to give me one of those, man.
Yeah, shout out to Planet though. You the first brother that I ever seen. I only see sisters.
Come on, hit it one more time, Planet.
Okay. Did you all hear what Doni said? Let me stop.
It's hypnotizing, right?
Man, that thing is lovely, man. I love that thing, man.
That's like going across the George Washington Bridge into Harlem, man.
Absolutely.
As Doni said, the stress is a real killer. Yeah. Well, this can be a stress killer.
What's it called?
Well, it's just a bowl. Let's just keep it simple. It's just a bowl.
What's it made out of?
As I said before, silver, gold.
All right, I'm gonna get me one.
Very tin, various other elements, right? And it's created with the awareness of love, right? To create a frequency to help a human being still his mind, because in other words, the vibe or her mind, the vibe is you're concentrating on the sound, not all the thoughts that are running around in your head.
Lindell Jefferson.
That's what I was. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Once you follow the sound, you can find that part of you that I was talking about, that self that's in between your mind and your heart. That's the soul self, and you can actually connect with that. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Also,
give
Doni,
a shout out to our people in the chat: Lindell Jefferson, Harold Thornton, Divine Rights, Indian Ma Baby, Lindell again. Lindell been on a roll tonight.
I know, but did you guys know like the broadcasting frequencies have changed like to a destructive tone, like when we was coming up, like the FM radio station was broadcasting at a different hertz.
Yeah.
Like, you got healing frequencies like 432 hertz, I think 528 hertz. Then you got destructive frequencies as well, and you got sounds that you can't hear that's kind of mess with you as well. So you got and things that you can't see and hear, Right.
They changed a lot of the music to 440 degrees hertz too. And then if you know there's certain songs, I could name a few of them where you ever heard a song, man, like remember that song Miguel, Adorn?
Yeah,
remember how low impacted that song was, or I'm Ready by Alicia Keys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? See, there's certain songs that have certain frequencies, and they put them at that low. Like, why in the world, man, did these things sound so distorted, and they so short and so low? Well, they know, just like Planet is hitting that bowl with that music, man. It everything vibrates, man. The whole world is based on music. That's why hip hop, they came from Turtle Island, is a worldwide thing.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? But see, they understand the musical frequencies and everything, man. But yeah, man, I got to give me one of them bowls, man. I got to get one of them, bro.
Too. You know, back I
Come on with
remember
them libations, big bro.
Yeah, okay. And I got a couple of new additions to the list. Let me start off by honoring the Honorable Prophet Noble Ali, the great Queen Neitha of Chicago, Illinois, who defeated 5 armies of invading Europeans, the most honorable Empress Badiasi, the most honorable Empress Chief Redbird, the honorable Chief Warhorse, the honorable Kimba Vita of the Congo, Dr. Francis C. Wilson, Dr. Ari Khanna, Sister Shahrazad Ali, the late great Ashada Shakur, the honorable Angela Davis, the honorable Mama T, Sister Vicky Dillard, Sister Myra, Dr. Joy DeGrew, a sister on YouTube by the name of the Chris, the honorable Sandra Bland, the honorable Breonna Taylor, and the honorable Sonia Massey. The honorable Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm Malik Al-Shabazz, Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, Dr. Delbert Blair, the honorable Taj Tariq Bey, and Dr. G, the honorable Dr. Claude Anderson, the honorable Sun Ra, the honorable Patrice Lumumba, Professor P.L.O. Lumumba, the late great C. Freeman Hill, the honorable Dr. Martin Luther King, Omali Yashatila, Julius Malema, my right-hand man, President Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, the other right-hand man, General Barbecue of Haiti, my other right-hand man of Johannesburg, South Africa, Julius Malema, the beloved brother Bobby Hemmett, the Honorable Reverend Phil Valentine, Nellie Fuller, Fred Hampton, Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Clarence 13X, a.k.a. Puddin', the Honorable Anthony T. Browder, Dr. Booker T. Coleman, Rod Hayes, Young Elder, Steve Copley, Billy Carson, 19 Keys, Dan Calloway, Karimio Ahua, Rizza Islam, the legendary Top Cats, late great Dr. Sebi, the late great Leila Ha'o Africa, the Honorable Yaki Awakening, and the Honorable King Randall, the most honorable brother Doni Glover, for providing us with this platform for us to reach our people, the most honorable Planet Wells, the most honorable beloved brother Hannibal James, the most honorable young, wise, and intelligent brother Mafia Shakur, the honorable sister Secrete Balance, and all of our viewers who are 100% on our team in this monumental and indigenous movement here on Turtle Island. Without any questions asked, Ashe.
Horace Lee the Fourth.
Horace Lee the Fourth.
Gratitude, my brothers.
Ashe.
What Donnie go to grab him a bowl out the kitchen?
Yeah, I know that's right.
Donnie went to grab him a bowl.
Right. I think that's them leftovers.
Yeah, man.
No, man. That was a beautiful discussion, man. We just want any final words?
Not at the present moment on my
I think I don't know. Just shout out like Chuck D and Wise Intellect and Poor Righteous Teachers. And, let's get back to that type of music.
Man, rock this funky joint.
Right.
I got you. Mm-hmm.
You have to look in terms of the original people, and then you have to go back into antiquity. And when you go back into antiquity, there were no CDs, there was no radios, there was none of that, right? So it's just you, right? So the music came from the birds, came from the animals, came from those sounds, the sounds of the wind through the trees. That was the original music. Everything else is mimicking that.
So indeed.
So that's why music is so powerful, and music is an universal language. Okay, you can take music anywhere on the planet, anywhere, and people will relate to it. You don't need a translator for music. So music is sacred.
I see. Yeah, I just want to close out. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. Keep tapping in with us on this Indigenous series. Make sure you do your genealogy. If you need any resources or assistance, you can reach out to us at ourheritagehub.com. You can check out local news at bmorenews.com. And you can also go to the Dog Star Network on YouTube. If you need Planet Wells, you can get at me. And I'm Mafia Shakur. You can check out my music on YouTube. And good evening to the people.
Peace.
Peace, Ashe.
Peace.